The cell is empty. The records say he simply walked off the edge of the earth, journeyed right to the point where thinking stops, and fell right down. Perhaps into the mouths of dragons, where the splintered wrecks of ships and the remains of foolhardy sailors lay half-digested. Sensible men had warned him not to take his experiment too far, not to run wild with his dreams. It was time to grow up. You should not tinker with the universe. Still, he explored salvation through mathematics, experienced love through physics, worked for ecstasy, learned for fun, taught that life could be easy, believed romance could be created from nowhere by the strength of imagination alone, and he declared these things were whole and good. His wife divorced him. He developed a tradition of asking women directly if they would make love to him. They fled. He walked into restaurants and asked the waitresses if they would be his friend. They asked him to leave. He told gas station attendants that he was lonely and needed to be heard, that he wanted to share his vision of the world with them. They called the police. When he was finally arrested for shoplifting and trespassing, infringing on private property, and possession of stolen objects, he replied, "No one owns these things. No one owns this land. This is God's world. I am his child. I have a right to use these things. I have a right to be here." They locked him up. He was sentenced to 2 years of inpatient psychiatric care. He would receive his own private room, complete with electronic locks. The meals were good, the nurses were kind, and the doctors very professional. He probably would not recover. One night, his psychiatrist came to administer a much-needed sedative, but the cell was empty. In the center of the room was a chasm so deep it opened into space. Stars and planets stretching millions of light years into forever were visible through this crack in the world's shell. Luminescent figures drifted like spirits to unknown destinations. Far off were the sounds of children laughing, hawks screaming, monks chanting, tribal drums pounding, dolphins and whales singing. I confess to you now, I was his psychiatrist, and I followed him there. I simply walked off the edge of the earth, journeyed right to the point where thinking stops, and fell right down.